You got that? Good. Shalom, Israel. We're the Isupk, started off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General Yahawadah, started off 1969, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. If you're not an Isupk under Commanding General Yahawadah, you're not in the truth. That means get in the truth. Get a flyer, www.isupk.com. All those fake camps out there, just get a flyer so you'll understand. This is the home of the truth. Officer Qadash here in Simpsonville, South Carolina, the greater Greenville area, South Carolina. We're teaching the Lashawan Qadash class tonight, as we do every Friday night, and we're going to teach the ancient Hebrew and the Syrian Hebrew. We're going to go over a few things. People, govern yourself accordingly, get your notes, and we'll discuss our Lashawan Qadash class. Hold a minute. See, we have Sister Kapa in class, Shar, Sister Jada, son. Well, listen, you guys take good notes, and we're gonna start off, and we're gonna first ask the question. Lashawan Qadash. There's ancient Hebrew and there's Assyrian Hebrew. The ancient Hebrew is the first Hebrew that we've had from the beginning of time. What the Most High gave us. All other nations actually copied Hebrew from the Bible. This is a black book. Where we teach blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, and it's coming from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or anybody else. The Most High really doesn't care about the understanding of how they run their nation. They just run it, and the Most High, they're living in their little, what we call heaven now, and the hell that we live and go through every week and every day is an understanding, and it's even a testament of what we got to go through, So to learn our language, to understand who we are, is a great awareness. It's to make us who we are. It's to help so that we can know who we are. Since 1969, we've understood the Spirit of the Most High. That zeal from the brothers, man, from the original fathers of 1969 of understanding, brought all the way up to Commander General Yahawadah, and he's passed it down to his soldiers. Captains, officers, generals, captains, officers, troopers, and the sisters alike and their family, man, so that we'll understand who we are, okay? And Lashawan Qadash is just that. It represents part of who we are. It's our language. So we'll ask the question, how many characters are in Lashawan Qadash? A lot of people, we talked about this. I try to catch up with this every week because we always have new people, older people, senior people, or whatever in class, and I just want to know how many characters are actually in Lashawan Qadash. Anybody? You always raise your hand. Go ahead, sis. How many?
22 characters.
Sister, let's clap it up for the sister. She says, how many?
22 characters.
She says 22 characters. Exactly right. And there's 22 characters. Now let me ask you. So we have ancient Hebrew. Let's write it on the board. Let's write it on the board real There's 22 characters, right? So how many, that's in the ancient Hebrew. What about the Assyrian Hebrew? How many characters there? Because you got extra characters over here, right? We use these characters at the end of words. And if they fall in places, just simply at the end of words. You know, you got ka, you got ma, you got wa, and pa, and tazah. So how many more are there? Extra characters are, you know, we don't use them in the Assyrian, we use them in the ancient, we use them in the Assyrian. So how many are there? Go ahead.
27?
That'd be 27. Clap it up for the sis. Exactly right. So in the ancient, let's let you know there's 27 characters because there it makes them, there'd be 22 plus 5 is 27 because the Assyrian Hebrew and the ancient Hebrew have or sound alike, don't they? But they're totally different when it comes to writing what they look like. And she's right. So clap it up for her. Exactly right. Here's a question here. I know people and online. Come on, I know you guys, Trooper Kaz and all of the troopers and the sis back there, Qadash, out of Texas. Listen, and all the people in the chat that I can't see on YouTube also. How many vowels? Go ahead. How many vowels? Go ahead.
2.
That's 2 vowels. Exactly right. 2 vowels. Now, let's clap it up for the sis. She's writing down notes. That's exactly right. Now, online, you know, put your answers in also. Well, let me ask you. There are 2 vowels. So what are those 2 vowels? You remember? Go ahead. This is full of answers tonight. That's good, though. Go ahead.
Ah and I.
Ah and I. She's on it now, boy. Ah and I. Very good. Clap it up for the sister. Now that's what I'm saying, paying attention. After a few classes, you're going to be even more proficient. Ah and I. That means that when you go ah, and this I here will be in everything that we pronounce. And the I is just by itself. But there's going to be an ah in everything. You hear it. Ah, ba, ga, da, hawa, zaka, tayakala, manasa, I pataza, quara, shaba. You know, when we're learning, and when you learn, when you're a child, you're like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you know, but it's the same thing. But we have to learn the original language, right? So, there's 2 vowels. Ah and I. Right? Mm-hmm. Oh, that comes up pretty. You ain't got to erase that. Good. Okay. Now, that being said, let's go over a few of those. Let's go over a few of those sounds. Get people familiar with. Before we move on with class a little bit, we'll just go do some basic stuff, basic work of it. Let's get people familiar. That sounded familiar. Get people familiar with what sounds sound alike. So if I say let's do some basic stuff here. Let me get out the dark one here. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. So, if I put down this, that sound is what? Ah. This has got a lot of answers tonight. Good, very good. She said the sound is ah, so clap it up for it. Clap it up for it. It's ah. Why? Because it's the first character on the board. You know, ah. So that's the reason why we said it. It's ah. And so that's ah in ancient. So what is this one right here then? If that's ah, what's this? Go ahead.
Huh?
Ah? Why were you hesitant? Yeah, exactly right. It doesn't matter. Let's see who we got in class here. Ah. Cosmar, glad to have you in class, Trooper. One of the bigger, better things there, bro. Ah. And that's what it is. So that's just, it's like a basic sound, you know, because it's the first letter. Oh, ah. Okay. There we go. Better. Board's a little messed up tonight. Okay. All right. That's ah. So randomly, if you use like, you use a, if you use a word like this, let's say, well, we're going to use, I think it's this one right here. What does that word say? I mean, just from English, just, go ahead.
Amar.
Amar, very good. Clap it up, assist. Exactly right. Amar. Amar means to say. Okay? It's just another way of saying to say. All right? Or said or say. You know? The bar would be to speak. But Amar, like, you know, I said or say. You're not mistaken. Let me make sure. I don't want to ever steer people wrong. Not on purpose. That's. Let me see. Yeah. Amar. Yeah. Yeah, it's a. Anyway, yeah. Okay. That word. So if we was to say that, we would say, ah. Let's spell it in ancient. Ah. Right? Mm-hmm. Ma. And I think it's this. And Amar. Amar. Okay? It means like to say, just to say. I want to get into the tenses. I was going to get into them, but it'd be too far ahead of class. It'll confuse you. It might not, but we don't want to take chances with the audience out there. Cosmar, I know you're out there. Okay. All right. So let's just erase this for a second. Just giving you away because that ah and that ah. Let's use another word. Okay, let's use something like, okay, 22 characters. Okay, we get rid of this. I think we understand that. Board is very wet tonight. Some odd reason. What we got? Let's use a word like, this word says right here, because I didn't use any connectors on that word, but I'll do it on this and I forgot. To be honest with you. Let's use this word here. See if you can pronounce that. Out there, and I know I haven't done this in a while, but if you're out there, Kaz, type in the chat, everybody. See who else we got to type in the chat. Kana. Let's see. Ratazak, see you in the chat. Kapah Banaf. Akaz, Ratazak. See if y'all can pronounce this. As a matter of fact, I'll put it in, this is ancient Hebrew. Let's put it in Assyrian also. I want y'all to see if y'all can pronounce what that is. Tell me what word this is, because you have a Hebrew in front of you. Wait a minute. Let's see. There we go. I think we're right. What does that sound like if you would have used your what you know? In the chat, tell me, what does that look like? I mean, you see it. Tell me. I mean, you tell me. I mean, I'm not going to say anything. I normally give you the English word, and then you guys add on free. But one of the first times in a long time, I know it's going to be hard for you. Okay? So, but use your, if you look at the board, just pick it out. Akaz and Ratazak, and Kana, Bana, go ahead. Always write it down. That'd be a good thing. And take your time, get a piece of paper. Yeah, write it down, and then that way you'll have a better chance of understanding. Yeah. Okay. You'll have a better chance of understanding what that is. You know? So write it down. See if you guys can pronounce what this is. Oh, Lord, I spelled that wrong. Slocky. Oh, Lord. Where's my brain at? Okay, let me correct that. There we go. These are exactly the same word. I apologize, Slocky. These are exactly the same word. One in ancient and one's in Assyrian. The one's on the bottom is in Assyrian. One in ancient has connectors. What word is that? Try to pronounce it. Go ahead.
Debar?
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 Yeah. Yeah, she's right. But instead of saying Debarah, just say Debar. Yeah. Go ahead.
How did you get that?
Because Debar, there's not a
Oh, because of the
yeah.
connector.
Debar.
Okay.
And that's all. And then you say, well, teacher, what does Debar mean? And then she's right. So Debar means to speak. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the ba, you don't put the R, you don't put the A at the end of the
It's
ra
understood.
because of the connector?
Yeah, well, it's understood.
Yes.
You don't have to put, there's no, the ba, okay, this has an A,
Mm-hmm.
right? The ba has an A,
Mhm.
so pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
The ba, the bar. You don't have to say the bara, you drop the A. The bar, if it's in the middle like that, include it. The bar, so clap it up for sis. Okay, the bar, that's what that word means. It means to speak. Of course, you didn't know that, but at least spell it out. And that's what I want you guys to get used to doing, is to spell, hear the sound, sound it out, spell the word. So that means you take out your pencil and paper, and then just drink your coffee, drink your wine, drink your, whatever you're doing, and sound it out. Okay, that's all you got to do. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. That's all it is, really. That's all it is. I'm gonna use another word up here, because that was easy. Let me give you an even easier one. But at least you may not know what it means. That's what I'm saying. But at least sound it out, spell it, and pronounce it. And you say, well, what does that mean? That's a whole other story. But at least do what you did. Say the bar. Okay? Means to speak. All right? Okay. You guys got it now?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all understand what I'm trying to do here, trying to achieve? All right. Let's go to work. All right, let's do this one right here. Forget it. I gave that away. Wasn't thinking. It's locked. All right, let's do another one here. Let's do this one. Let's see. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, I want to do that. Okay, let's do this one then. Okay. See what I got. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Cause, yeah, there you go. So get your pencil and paper, cause, Ratazak, at least. You may not know what this word means, but at least sound it out. Use your notes. Use your charts. Use this and sound it out and just tell me what it sounds like. Of course, that's in Assyrian. I mean, that's in not Assyrian, but that's in ancient. Let's do it in Assyrian right now. Okay. Just at least tell me, write in the chat. The only way you can communicate in the chat is just write the word out in the chat and tell me what it is. It's a new way of trying to understand, okay? So you can, how to sound things out. All right? Hold on. You right? I mean, yeah, that's fine. I'm just making sure everybody participate up in here. Somebody says they have it. They raise their hand. And so we'll give it about a few more seconds here. Then we'll ask her, and then we'll see participants in class. Then we'll see what we're doing on the chat. Who has what? Okay? All right? Wait for you, Kaz and Kapah, Bernal, and Ratazak. What does this sound like? I mean, that word there. I mean, if you use your notes and the connectors that we're using here, we'll use the top line as the, just like we do on the chart, there's a ancient, and then the bottom we'll use Assyrian here. Only the Isupk understand this because I have all of the fake camps calling me, oh man, thank you, brother. You know, I say, you know, it's kind of, say kind, I don't kind. Because I'm making sure that you get into the Isupk and leave those fake camps alone. But in the Isupk, we teach the Hebrew to our brothers, you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. You know, we don't want to stop that. We're trying to, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to teach our brothers and our sisters our original language. And of course, this is the language that we had in captivity. This is the one that we have all along. So what does that sound like? We'll give you a few more seconds. Type it in the chat. And even if we have the answer still, type it in the chat. What does it sound like? What does it sound like? Because you have to learn. This lets me know if you've been studying the chart, or at least you grasping the chart. So go ahead. We'll give you 10 more seconds, and I'll ask somebody in class also. Go ahead. What you got? What does it sound like? That's the only thing you can't get. That's the only thing I'm interested in. What does it sound like? Because that's, after all, these are sounds, right? Mm-hmm. Those sounds, they make a sound. And that's what the class, hence the class is pointing to what it sounds like. What is it? That's the whole point. No, it's not. It's not a ka. It's not a ka. Ama. A ka would be this. That's a ka. Or in the Syrian, it'll look like that. That's a ka. Sort of like that. So it's not a ka. I will give you another chance. All right, what you say, David?
Tamayad?
Sister said Tamayad. Dang. She said Tamayad. Because she knows. You know, Tamayad. Yeah. Ta. It's really Tamyad. Tam instead of Tama. Why would I say not Tamayad? Tamayad would be this. Tama. But if I say Tamyad, I mean, I've just been picky now. But when you said Tamyad, that's the main thing. Tamyad, Tamyad, I accept that. Because Tamyad, okay, Kaz? Right. Okay? Appreciate that effort. It's actually Tamyad. Okay? If you got a brother named Tamyad, it's like always. That's what it means. Tamyad, it means this. Well, let's get something better. Always. Like that. That's what it means, okay? And of course, if you go down here to the, let me see what we got here. Said right. You got kama, ma. Then you got yaza. You close, but you have to account for this tha, that and this, or taz, tamayad. Okay, that's what we're after. And the word, and type this in your note, Akaz. And Radazak and Kabanath out of Texas. Y'all write this in your notes because you add it to your vocabulary. It means always, okay? But I'm not so much interested in what it means. What I want you to understand, I'll give it to you. Well, I want you to be able to pronounce it. You know what I'm saying? If you can pronounce it, you've got half the game lit. Almost more than half the game lit. That makes sense? Okay. All right. This is surprising. It's good. Okay. Let's see. How about this one? Let's see if I want to say there we go. All right, y'all take your time. Tell me what this is. Akaz, Ratazak, and Kapah. You know, this is a new way of looking at the lesson. Just a new way. And it's not a problem. I put another one on the board. What's this? And all we're doing, since I've been giving you the English pronunciation for a long time, and I think I did this in another class, but now what I'm doing is giving you the Hebrew, telling me to break it down, and I don't want you to know what it means, just tell me how to pronounce it. What it means is a whole other story. But at least tell me how to pronounce it. And add to that, this forces you to study. Like I did. A full, damn near year of studying. Of just the same thing over and over and over again. You know, so tell me, type it up in the chat, what does this mean? I mean, not what does it mean, how does it sound? And type it up in the chat, just what sound do you hear? Just what English, and type it up in English, because that's the only thing you got. I mean, even if you, I'm not asking what does it mean. If you know what it means, that's fine. But at least type it up in the chat. Give you guys a few more seconds. For Mr. J to get hold to. Go. All right. Okay. What does this mean? You got it? Mm-hmm. All right. We'll wait. Try to let everybody sink at the same time. At the same time. You know, what do I got up on the board? What does that sound like? That's the point. That's what the class is. What does it sound like? What does it sound like? Because if you can tell me what the word sounds like to you, that's the Hebrew. Then you'll have a chance of looking it up. That's the whole point. Okay? What does that sound like in English? Right? You might be at work, I don't know. You know, some of y'all drinking wine, want water. Shemai. I'm sorry. Yayan. Some wine. The waters. All right, give you guys 10 more seconds, then we'll move on, and we'll tell you what it sounds like. We'll see if you know. Go ahead. Raise your hand.
Con?
Con? And what does con mean?
Con means yes.
It means yes. Sister said cons mean yes. She's exactly 100% right there in your notes. Because that's what this class is about. This class is about, can you pronounce these Hebrew? Because if you can pronounce that Hebrew, you got a good chance of understanding what it means. It says con. Oh, okay, I looked that up. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. It makes sense, right? Okay. Erase this off the board. See what I got here. Oh, I don't want to do that. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, I want to do that. Yeah. Okay. Tell me what that is. Don't fail me now. Y'all hang in there in that chat. Come on. Talk to me. What is this? I got it written out. I wrote it bold as I can. Okay? Let me sit down for a second. I've got a word, the same word, written in Assyrian and written in ancient. The ancient is the top, because it has connectors, remember? And then, of course, well, this is not right. It's lucky. Made a mistake there. It's lucky. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. There. All right. What you got over there, Kaz? And Radazak, Kapah. Just, in other words, use your notes. This is what all the classes culminate and break down to. Tell me what that sounds like, so I can take you guys further and further and further into Hebrew, so you can learn more and more words, and then we can put those into sentences, and like we've done before, then those lessons will make sense to you. The tenses and the prepositions and the, what else? Possessive adjectives, all that would make sense to you. But if you don't know how, you got to know how. You guys have to study, you know. You have to study and understand what things sound like. So when we put them in a sentence, you'll have an idea. You'll be speaking Hebrew and might not know what it's saying, but we can go from there. That's what I'm here for. Okay? All right. So we'll give you guys about 30 more seconds here as the night float on, and we could just tell me. I mean, I have the ancient Hebrew up top. That's the original language that the Most High has given us. And then, of course, I have the and then I have the ancient up top, and I have the Assyrian at the bottom here. Okay? So, go ahead. Take your time, guys. Break that down. Let me know. Give you 15 more seconds. You got something over there for me? What you got? Raise your hand. Go ahead.
Barak.
Barak. You breaking it down. You learning the chart? Mm-hmm. Okay, there you go. So what does Barak mean?
Bless.
Barak means to bless, okay? That's what it means. Okay? Mm-hmm. I know it's different to put them up here because it's doing something. You're used to me giving you the answers. That's what it is. But Okay. What does that mean? And plus, all you have to do is look at the charts sometimes. Right? You write this down there. There you go. Sister studying over here. Clap it up for her. All right. So, in the chat, what is this right here? What does that word sound like? Because they're both the same Assyrian and the ancient. They're spelled to mean the same word. They're the same word. However, of course, when you're going to have a different spelling. One's an ancient up top and the bottom, because we got connectors, right? So, you tell me, what do we got in front of me? What does that sound like? Tell me, what does that sound like? All right, y'all still up? Kapah? Radazak? Kaz? Anybody else in the chat? Sister got a frown. Sister got a frown up in here. She's saying, oh, Lord. What's going on? What that is. Man threw me a curve. I thought I was going to get a fast one. He threw me a curve. Teacher threw me a curveball. But it's all fun and games. I mean, that's how you learn. Learn just like that. He's frowning now. All right, but that's good. That's how we know we learn. Yeah. Got something, or are you just working on it? Okay, we'll give it 10 more seconds here. You should have maybe a few more seconds here. Okay, let's see what we got. Akaz got it. Except for that last one on the end, but you got it, Akaz. That's it. You got it. Just you just need that one last sound there. Questionable now. What you got, sis? Raise your hand. Go ahead. What you got?
A shar?
You close? Both of y'all right. We're going to give all y'all. See, that last one is an R. So it will be. It's Ashara. Ashara. Because, let's break this down. Because I know it's hard to understand sometimes. Let's break it down. Ashara. Go ahead. You want to know why that's Shah?
No, at the end. Ra.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Wouldn't it be Ashara? No.
If you put that A on there, it will be. It's understood because Ra You don't have to say Ashara. Just say Asha. Ashara, I'm sorry. It's understood. If I put an A on the end that, then you would be forced to say Ashara. That makes sense? So good. All right, good. Good, Akon. Good, Jaden. Way to go. That's way to go. All right. It's good. And of course, right here, it's the same thing. Ashara. Okay? All right? There's a word called Aisha. But anyway, you get the point.
But is that the same thing? No.
Mean two different things. Okay? Let's do this one right here. Very good. Very good. Talk to me. And I'm not asking you what the word means, just how to pronounce it. That's all I'm asking you. You know, I'm giving you everything you need to know because you should have what you need to know to break that down to at least pronounce the word. Let's see. Arlene. Arlene, a set of Trooper Naquab out of Portland. Glad to have you. Paraba, glad to have you in class, sis. Get your pens and paper. Paraba and Arlene. Lashawan thought by Hashem, how shot all the sisters. Also, how about Hashem, how shot Barakatah. Thumb, Barakatham to all the brothers. I'm glad to have you in class. But y'all get your pencil and paper because what we're doing, Slocky, let me get over to the camera here, Slocky. What we're doing is we're breaking down, I don't even care if you know what the word means. All I care is, what does that word sound like in English? In other words, break it down. Tell me, what does it sound like? Write it in the chat, type it in English. What does it at least sound like? And we'll go from there. That's what I want you to do. Okay? Kaz got Bara. He's right. Very good, Kaz. What does that mean? Yeah. Now take that H off of there. You don't need that. You don't see an H up there, do you? Right? Take the H off there, Kaz. You don't see. I didn't have this. I didn't have that up there. I didn't have that. All I had was bara. Means to create. Okay? Bara means to create. So take this H off there and you got it perfectly. Okay? Slap it up. See, don't fail me now. So y'all got the idea in the chat, so let's pick it up. Kana, very good. Bara. Don't pronounce something, and that's a good lesson. Never pronounce something that's not there. I don't have an H there. It sounds like bara, but if it's not there, if I don't put it there, you can't pronounce it. And if I had it like that, I could say baraha or barah. But I didn't say that. I just said bara. That's all I said, bara. And that's exactly what you said, bara. You just put an H on the end. So let's clap it up once again. Very good. Okay? Great. And of course, bara. And if you have any understanding, if you have any difficulty, you go and say bara. Bara. You have it here also. Okay? And it means to create. Go ahead.
But if you added the H at the end anyway, that would be baraha, right?
You can. Yeah, I've seen words that just say bara and have that H sound. But I didn't say that. I said bara. I didn't say barah or baraha. Yes, that's correct. Some people may put the HA on there. But don't do that. I'm teaching you, don't create words. Just pronounce right now. To enunciate. That's what it means. To pronounce or to enunciate. Just enunciate what I put up there. Don't try to create something. And that's what it causes. He understands what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying, right? Okay. Very good. So bara means to create. Yeah, don't even care. Write it down in your notes. I don't even care that you care or you know what it means. Just what does it sound like? Your first step when babies make sounds, ah, ba, ga, they're speaking almost. I don't want to get into that. But you understand what I'm saying, right? Mm-hmm. So just say, oh, Lord. Let me see. Here, check this out. Or do that. Get a long drink. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Man, it's a good class. This is a Tawab class, guys. You're doing a fantastic job. Fine job, guys. Come on, Kaz. Come on, Farabah and Arlene, Ratazak, and Kapa, Banaf. Tell me, I want to know, what does this sound like? The only way to do that is know your charts. What does this sound like? We've been in class now going on and on and on and on. What does it sound like? Who cares? You know what it means. Just what does it sound like? We got to crawl before we walk now. Right? Y'all take your time. What does this sound like? That's all I'm interested in. And the only way you can do that is Arlene, Parabah, Gabah, Ratazak, Akaz, is to, what does it sound like? That's what I'm interested in. I got it in Assyrian here. I got it in Paleo up top. I got the connectors. What does that sound like? Type it in chat. What English does it sound like? That's what I'm trying to get you to do. To reiterate, I just want to know what it sounds like. I don't care what it means. Don't worry about that. Tell me what it sounds like. Go ahead. What? Race? Okay, listen. Where's my phone? It's locked. I'll give you guys a few more seconds here. See my phone? Just had it. Tell me what is, let's see. So I can, sir, if I may say, she say, look at here. She got it. Parabah. Okay, y'all got it. Everybody got it. But I'm going to tell you who got it. Let me see. Akaz, Karatha. But I'm going to tell you who really has it. Kapabanah actually has it. She has it. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, everybody has it. You just put maybe one little vowel in there too much. I don't have no problem with that. You put a ra, instead of this ra here, you don't need it. So let's go and say, ka, ra. Kapabanah had it perfectly. Everybody else put in, you had it. You all have it, but you put in the ra. You said, let me see. Karatha. Yeah. Hey, wait a minute here. Did I even spell this right? Let's see. I may have spelled it wrong. No, I did it right. Karatha. Yeah, I did it right. You got to understand that. Make sure I did this right. I don't want. Yeah. Because I joined the Ra and the Tha, Parabah, and let's see. See, Officer Amawad checking in the class. You need to get a pencil and paper too, bro. Get in his class, man. And a Kazamar, Karatha. Instead of saying Karatha, you want to say Karath. Karath. Only because I joined it together here. Now, if I wouldn't have joined these together and I would say Karatha, then it would have been Karatha. Y'all put Khan in there, Khan, sir, if you understand it. But now, Kapabanah, she has it exactly right because it's Karath. Only because the connector joins them together. So everybody in class got that right. Exactly right. I just wanted to show you, you don't have to put the Ka-ra. I think everybody else was trying to spell it, and this is cool. I have no problem with that either. Ka-ra-tha. That's what you were spelling, but you got to understand, this connector here is a giveaway. When you say ra and tha, you can drop this ah, and that's Roth. That makes sense? Clap it up for that. Everybody, let's make sure everybody got it right there. Akaz, Kapa, Parabah, Salaki, because it's independent. Well, because it's dependent, sis. Because it's dependent. Because it's dependent connected here, that's the reason why. That makes sense, sis? That's the reason why, okay? You said Karatha. You all got it. I mean, listen, I'm proud of you. You got it right. But because I made it, and you know what? And it may be my fault because I didn't make this thick enough here. Like that. But when you do that, now you join, and that's the whole point of connectors. You want to join those two sounds together. That means it's a dependent connector, Parabah. That make sense? If you understand, concept, okay, got it. Clap it up for Parabah. She understands that. Clap it up for her. Exactly right. See, now everybody's learning now. The word means, by the way, to cut. But if you can't tell me what it means, or you can't say what it is, then if you can't write on the board exactly what it is, then if you can't write on the board or write it down on paper, you'll never get this far. You'll never understand that it means cut. Hope you guys are learning tonight. I mean, you're looking at some understanding here. Isupk, 1969. This ain't Kazakh Shapar, it's what I learned. I'm saying, you guys, everybody got it right. You just Karatha, you just added an A on the end, that's all. You just left it by it lonesome, and all you had to do was drop it. And why? Why? And Parabah said it. Because we joined the that dependent connector made the difference in that sound. And that's exactly how, because we speak English in this hellhole devil language, things get difficult sometimes. That's why the connector's corrected. Ka-Rath. And down here in the Assyrian, Ka-Rath. You can see it. Okay? Very good. Everybody? Let's see right there. Let's move on. Y'all having fun up in there? Mm-hmm. You having fun. And that's how you learn. You have fun you learn by having a little fun. You know, Lashawan Qadash class. You see all those lessons, of those mundane lessons that I've given to you from the Isupk under Commander General Hana. Now they're coming alive, right? Mm-hmm. They're coming alive. Okay? You understand it. All right, let's get another word here. We ain't going to change off this lesson because y'all seem to like this one. Y'all seem to like it. Let's get another word. Oh, yeah. Here. Check this out. Check this one out. Tell me what that is. Y'all take your time. You know, we're going to give everybody time, so take your time. Don't worry about it. Everybody's going to get time, all right? Everybody tell me, what does that sound like? Yep. What does it sound like? What English does it sound like? Because there ain't no English words that's like that, but what does it sound like? Use your connectors and tell me, what does that sound like? Everybody so far getting an A+. I don't give out no F's and D's and C's. I give out A's. So everybody got to participate. Arlene, get a pencil and paper. Let's participate also, right? Okay. Tell me what that is. Let's see what we got here. Kapabanaf. Slocky sir, if I may say. Wait, what'd you say? You close. Amend your answer just a little bit, Kapa, and you'll have it. Because you got it. You own it, but you're missing something here at the end there. You're very close. Okay? You're extremely close. Yeah. You don't guess with me now. Parabah's on it. Parabah's on it. Amend it again one more time, Kapa. But because you got it. We'll give you guys about 15 more seconds here. Any other time you need. I'm not, I used to know that that's people in school. People used to, when you go to school, college, whatever, for some reason these devils out here want to rush things, rush. And I know time is important, but it's not important how fast you get something. It's the fact that you get it, because you're going to get faster and faster each time. So why you want to rush things? Get it right. That's what people, I could never understand that. Why these damn devils out here, why these devils out here want to go so fast. Take your time. Now, who cares? If you see a teacher taking their time, then they mean they want you to learn. So it can saturate in the mind. Everybody learns and thinks differently. It's not slower or faster, just people just learn differently. So take your time. Take your time means that once you got it, then your speed will get faster. And I ain't interested in speed at all. But break that down. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. You write a perfectly kapabanaf except for one letter. And it's at the end. Parabah own it. She own it. She own it. She own it now. Right? Okay. We give you guys 10 more seconds here. Parabah, she own it. But that's how you learn. Because if you can grasp this lesson, then from here on, if I know people graduating and grasping this lesson like that, then when I start to put words on the board, you'll see it. It'll get easier. And then you'll say, oh man, then I can expand your vocabulary, and then your Hebrew and your ancient and your Assyrian Hebrew will be expanded. Okay? All right. That makes it. Then I will learn more. Okay, so let's put it. Let's put it down what it is. Parabah, Kabah. I'm writing backwards here only because I wanted to line up in front of it. I think. Yeah, that's it. Kalab. That's what that word is, okay? Kalab. It's a kalab. And of course, Khan, sir, I'm using a chart on my cell phone. It's a bit blurry. Okay, I got you. Kalab, you got it right. Clap it up for it. She's exactly right. That's what I'm saying. You did it right. You know. Parabah, perfect. That's exactly right. Y'all both got it right. Everybody. Kalab means dog. D-O-G. You know. That's what it means. Okay? But you know, when you're doing Kalab, and it's like you had a W here, Kapah, and that would be a Shah. It's not Kalash. So I don't want you to guess. Just you either know it or don't. It's just yay or nay. Let your conversation be yay or nay. You either know it or you don't. If you don't know it, don't guess now. I mean, I don't mean, that's not pressure. I'm just saying, just put it on there. Just say, okay, then put an answer out there. That's fine. I ain't got no problem with that. Okay. All right. What was that? It means dog. D-O-G, like wolf, bark, bark. All right. We'll do some more. All right, check this one out. Let me see. I forgot what I'm trying to spell here. Let me see. Oh yeah, here we go. Not that. Let's do this one. Slide. There we go. Yeah, that's right. What does this mean? I'm sorry, how do you pronounce it? Not what does it mean, just how do you pronounce pronounce that? Ugh. Oh, she said, okay, here. When she said, I got to go back to, she said, how would you say dogs? You would say kalabium. Okay. You got, yeah, you would say, Kapapanafis put yam in this case on it. Kalabium. That would be dogs. Okay? Lucky for remember you asked a question there. Okay? Let's see what we got here. Yo, let's see. Everybody's got something up here. Let me see. Like Parabar's on it. Sister's on it. She come to class late, but she on it. Both of y'all on it. Yeah. Kapa, you own it. All right. Sister's on it, boy. Where you at? What you doing, Akad? You must be in the wine cabinet again. What you doing? You know I can joke with you like that, right? Let's see. Yeah, Paraba, Kapa, y'all own it. Come on, y'all get it in the chat. Arlene, sis, you got it?
Yes.
All right, what you got, sis? All right, okay, we'll give you 10 more seconds. Then we're gonna let sis in the class here break it down here, tell what she thinks. Okay. All right, a few more seconds. Cause see, I see people in the chat got it. Go ahead, sis. What you got?
Tazawa?
Tazawa, right? Tazawa. Clap it up. Tazawa, okay? And that's a good way. What did I say? Tazawa is a command. It means command. So let's just write it down here. It means command, okay? All right? All right. Tazawa. It means command. And everybody, let's see. Y'all got it right. Yeah. Y'all got it right. So clap it up. Class. Everybody got that right. Exactly right. Because you can see that's Taza, independent connector. Why? Because it's independent. Don't need any help. Don't need any sounds. But over here, wa and ha need some help. And it's exactly what you did. Wa. I didn't say tazawaha. Tazawa. That's how you break Hebrew down, okay? Tazawa. Y'all catching on. Shocking me. Prize. Everybody. Tazawa. That's fun. Tazawa. Okay? I mean, it just means command. Like, I command you. Go ahead. Huh?
How would you say commandments?
Commandments? Mm-hmm. That actually is a word. Mm. That actually is a whole word. It's ma tazawaf. Mm. Okay? You put ma tazawaf. Like, cause it's like a plural, it's many, and ma is a preposition before that, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, or from the commandments. In other words, it's trying to say of or from the commandment. Commandments, plural. So it says ma tazawaf means commandments. Okay? Okay? That's what that is actually a word by itself, but the root word is command. So you see it in there, ta-za-wa. Then they drop that, and then because they're going to add tha, waf, because it's plural. It's of the commandments. Ma, preposition. You know? Salaki, sir, if I'm making a word plural like command to commends, would it be adding yam at the end of tazayam? Like the commands that you have, tazawayam. Yeah, that's exactly right. And then, of course, but you got to understand something. A woman would actually have a different, it depends on who you are, a man or a woman. It's safe to say that it's, for the masculine it would be that. But you got to understand, for the woman, it may be yan. I'd have to look that up here. But just understand, let me see here. Yeah, just for a man, if I was going to say, I'm not going to get into that, I don't want to get too far off the class lesson here. But if I wanted to make it plural, for a man, I'm not sure if it's masculine or feminine, but I do know tazawayam. That means command, not commandments, because commandments have its own word. But if you just want to say a bunch of commands, then you put yam. Okay? Tazawayam. Tazawayam, commands, and you put an S on the end of that. Okay? Like that. So you would say yam here. Alright? That's for a masculine that I do know. I'm not sure if that's female. But I don't want to get too good.
So there is masculine.
That's masculine, feminine in different, in plurals. That's masculine, feminine all over the place when it comes to Hebrew. Women are different than men. Men are different than women. Just know that. You don't just use the. I didn't want to get into that because that's a whole nother lesson. You know. It's not confusing. It's just that I got to break down and go through some different things there. Some notes, you know. So just keep in mind. Yeah, I don't want to get into all that. Not tonight anyway. No. Con, sir. Last question. Will it be yan if I'm saying dogs as well instead of yan? For yan, for a woman, I think it is yan. Hey, let me look at y'all. Don't make me look this plural up. Oh, wait a minute here. Okay. But I believe it is yan. Yeah. Well, let me look it up. Didn't want to get into all that because it takes the class to a whole nother level. Of I gotta go look things up, make sure, to make sure. All right. Let's see. Tenses. Yeah. Yam. Okay. To form a plural is yam. It's going to be for masculine is yam, okay, and for the plural is waf. For the feminine, I want to say that if you do form feminine of adjectives, but those are not adjectives; those are nouns there, okay. But if you want to use an adjective, that's what you use. But yes, I believe it is yam, okay. Oh, well, no problem, sis. That's good. That's what I'm here for. Not a problem. But, yeah. Okay? nothing but plurals in it, since that's what you guys want to do. I should have had it, let me see. Hold a minute. But when you, but there are plurals different from, well, men and women, masculine. Where are my notes at here? That note's scattered all around the place here. Hold a minute. Just lock for a second. Okay. All right, let's see. Stuff's got it here. Okay, here. Yeah. For the form of plural is yam for the male, and is female if you want to add a waf, if you want to add a what's that? Yeah, for the male, it's always going to be a yam. Okay, in that case, I do know that. So that's it's safe to say that. And for a woman, it would be you have to be careful of what we're doing and with the nouns and the verbs there. So I don't want to get into that the female part until I have everything in front of me. That makes sense, because it will be waf for that. But I don't want to take the time to break down of everything that you have to do to put before that. Possessive adjective and or what I say? Preposition. Okay? So for right now, we know that for the male, just take it to be that it's yam. Okay? Okay? It's yam if you want to say a plural. So if you want to say dogs, if a male wants, not that it's female and male dogs, it's just if a man is saying it, it depends on who's saying it. In this particular case, calapium, dogs. And of course, I'm pretty sure it just, dogs, just many of them, man talking, but kalabwaf. But if I believe it is yan, but you don't want to, for the noun, but for adjectives, you want to use yam and waf, okay? But we'll get into that in another lesson here, because I have to bring everything down and put it down on the board, and I simply don't have the time to do all that right now, okay? But for the most part, where are we at? So y'all getting me off my understanding. I like to kind of stick with the notes, but anyway, no, that's good. I try to answer that, but to always write things down and then ask me, and then I'll understood. Kapal, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so I'll understand, so we'll know. I'll try to answer that. But for right now, just know that that's masculine, yam, okay? And if you're using an adjective, which this is not, that's not an adjective, that's a noun, so that's a whole nother thing that we have to address, okay? But anyway, guys, doing great. Let's get a few more here before we let's see what we got here. Don't want to put nothing down that's wrong on the board either, that's for sure. If I can help it. All right, let's see. Let's do a word over here. Like, let's do this one right here. Let's do this one right here. Yeah, we want to say do this one. Yeah. Make sure I got it right here. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want. Tell me what this is. What am I trying to do here? Oh, yeah. All right, what do we got here on the board? I'll take the time, break it down. Tell me what that is. What does it sound like? Lock it. All right. Y'all take your time, break that down. Tell me, what does that sound like in the chat? Barabak, Kana, Akas, Ragazak, Arlene, everybody in the chat, tell me, what does this sound like right here? What is these? They're the same words. What do they sound like? Okay, y'all break that down. Take your time. Y'all take your time. Tell me what you got. You see. Cause. Araba. Wait a minute here. They should say the same thing. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah. Oh no, wait a minute. I got it up there wrong. I slocked it. Put that down wrong. Slocked it. Wait a minute. Messed that up. Yeah, I did. I'm slocky. Slocky about that. Start over. Yeah, that's better. Slocky. Same thing. Just amend your answer there. Akaz on it. Go ahead and amend your answer, Parabah. Since I misled you there, we'll let you amend it. What does that say? Akaz is on it. Arlene is on it. Yeah. Just missing maybe one. I think I'm gonna explain why people doing the same thing right there. I mean, I understand, but everybody got it right. Y'all doing what I used to do. Sometimes. But a cause is on it. He own it. Y'all just look at it, because these right here, you remember how we add things and drop things, right? Okay. So, Farabah, cause is on it. Yeah. We give you guys a few more seconds. What you got? You know what it is? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Pazach?
Spell it.
P-A-S-A-C-H?
Yeah. Clap it up. Yeah, everybody in class got it right. Everybody in class got it right. It's and I'm gonna tell you what that means. Everybody in class got it right, and I'm gonna tell you maybe I'll accept that right there, okay? What it is when you're writing pa, that's fine. When you write sa, that's fine. Then what you want to write is ch. Let me please spell this right. I'll have to spell it like this, because it don't look right. There we go. Pasak, okay? Because what it is people are putting, when you use a ka, and it's at the end like that, you want to pretty much drop both of those A's. You don't want to say that. If it's ka itself is ka, but it's understood ka. Because it's being joined together, you don't want to have to say pakaha. Just paka. Pasak, I'm sorry. The SA is understood. You need that A in there to pronounce that word. So we say, go ahead.
So the
All right, you got it? Pasak. There you go, Parabot. Exactly right. And then everybody in class has it right. Akaz was right on it. But what you're doing is you're dropping this double A sound out here. Because the ka in itself is that. Okay? There's no such thing as CHA. It's CHAA. Why? Because that's what it says. Okay. So when we drop, if it's at the end like that, you don't need all that. You just simply don't need it. Unless it follows with some more sound. Sometimes. Not all the time. But pasak. Anybody know what pasak means? Pasak is the Passover. You know what Passover is? When Moses told the children of Israel to pass over. When the Most High told the children of Israel, Moses, get your people together, man. Put blood on the doorposts. Put blood on the doorposts. Because I'm going to tell this Pharaoh that he's going to have to get it together. You know, we'll put blood on the doorposts and eat the unleavened bread and the lamb sacrifice. That's what we're getting ready to do the Passover down in Cocoa Beach, Florida this year. Okay? That's the Passover. Yeah, the Passover. Okay? That's what it is. The Passover, Pasak. Pasak. But that's what that is. That's how you spell that. That ka right here, it occurs at the end. Now sometimes you have sometimes, I mean not all the time, sometimes the CHAA it's prominent, it's dominant, and you want to use it. Like if you use a word like a car, I'll give you for instance. A car means after. Okay? But you can see how you use all of that. You use all of that. A car. That's how I know in this particular case. And so when you say when you say ka, like that. A car. Now you need all of that because it's occurring in the middle. You know, all the time. Or we've got different rules to it, but a car. So you guys graduating, you learning how to, and everybody so far is doing this. Everybody, Arlene got it right. Kapabanath, Parabah. I mean, you know, some people put the double A out there. You know, that's not a problem. I understand that. Because, you know, just slice this just for a lesson learned. You don't need that double A. But the point is, you know what it sounds like. Pa, sock. So, you know, get ready. Everybody, a Kazamar, Parabah, everybody. You got it right. So clap it up for yourself, okay? That means that you took the time out to pronounce this word, okay? And the Passover we was talking about. So you guys write that in your notes. We'll do a couple more and then we'll finish class here. I mean, because I did this lesson here. I did this lesson, and I was going to do something else, but since you guys are participating, hey, we ain't going to stop. Right? Okay. There we go. All right. Maybe one more. Okay. Where we at? Oh, here's one. Let's just break this one down here. We'll just say Ga, Wa, Ya. Let's just, we'll do this one. I'll do this one right here. Then we'll end the class here, pretty much. Ga, Wa, Ya. You guys can relax that. I appreciate your help there, and everybody. Put them hand claps in there. Ga, you know, Ga, then you're going to put Wa, then you're going to put Ya. Okay? Just like that. Ga, Wa, Ya. We'll break down. Let's make sure. Oh, that's right. Mm-hmm. So, what do you hear? You hear Ga, you hear Wa, and you hear Ya. Okay? And of course, in the Assyrian, you know, you hear this little thing looking like that. Ga, and you hear Wa, and you hear little like that. Okay? That's Ga, Wa, Ya. Everybody, yeah. Everybody put your hand claps in there and then let you know. You know, clap it up in the chat and put your hand claps in there because you guys did a superb, excellent job in class in understanding how to break down sounds to put them on the boards because you're sounding out the Hebrew. That's what we're doing. You know, that's what we're doing. I appreciate that. Exactly right. Put them in there. Put your hand claps in there. Arlene, there you go. Parabah. Kazmar. Yeah, put them in there. We'll get ready in class. But that's when we say like Ga, Wa, Ya. Ga, Wa, Ya. I don't think there's an H on here. Let me see. Yeah, all right. A lot of people would be tempted to try to put an H on there, but it's not. Because That'd be Yahawadah. Or sometimes it may, in this, anyway, never mind. It ain't supposed to be there. So, and Yahawadah simply means nation. Nation. Like the nation of Israel. Like these nations up here, man. Nation. Now, if you want to say nations, Kapa, how would you say that? Or anybody in the chat? Y'all give me Kapa now? Good, superb, good. How, everybody in the chat, how would we say more than one nation? More than one nation, in the masculine form anyway. Nation, more than one nation. Let me see here. Where's my, oh, here. You type it up in the chat. Let me see. I think people got it right there. Somebody's on it. Let me get back to it here. Mm-hmm. See, we got that. Okay. Okay, yes, that's those are the nations. So we've talked about the 18 nations, the nations of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. So, God will yum. Arlene, you're exactly right, except for one thing. You put a U in there, and there is no U in the Hebrew characters. So take the U out and just say Gawayam. Like that. Gawayam. Okay, Arlene? Akas, Gawayam, that's right. Arlene, you got it exactly right. Parabah got Gawayam, that's right. Arlene corrected it, exactly right. Everybody, Khan, sir, Arlene, always put sir on the end of that, all right? When you talk to an officer, or any man, any woman that talks to a man, always put Khan, sir on it, because that's just respect, okay? All right? All right, Arlene. Let's clap it up. Clap it up for class. Very good. That's the plural. And now next week, let me see here. Lord willing, next week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over those plurals, masculine and feminine. We're going to deal with a class like that because let's make sure we get it right. The adjectives, appreciate it, Arlene. I'm gonna clap it up. I'm going to address plurals in detail with adjectives and nouns and prepositions and possessive adjectives. And maybe even some tenses in there. But I just want to make sure you guys did a superb job in understanding how things sound and how to sound it out. And you wrote it back, so therefore I know you know. Here in South Carolina, I know everybody understands now how to do that. So that's what we've done here in South Carolina, and we've understood how to break down the word and so to add it to your vocabulary. But at least you know now. If you didn't know before, you know now how to grab something off the board, and it helps you with your charting. Grab it off the board and say, oh, that's what that sounds like. Because if you can sound it, then you have a great chance of breaking it down to figure out what it is. But if you can't sound it, if you don't know what you're looking at, you have no chance. No chance of understanding what it is. Right? So, okay. So we'll get into the Isupk announcements. Then we'll end class here, okay? Isupk security announcements. Thanks. First of all, we want to thank you guys for participating in class and come again next week and get into class again, okay? Officer Qadash on the Isupk. The ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. The rule for the new brother. When a brother and sister come to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10. Means tenth in the Hebrew. Ma or of Ishara are from the tenth. From the tenth you give 10%. Okay? 10% of every penny of increase the Most High gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher, priest fund, free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like. Up holy convocations. Announcement sheet. Okay. We have next month. It's I don't know why I was. Okay. Anyway, Purim, 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. Monday the 14th February and Tuesday the 15th February of 2022. Esther 9, 2021. Okay. And just mind all Akim and Akwaf to make sure that you guys understand that the Passover is coming up and in April the 15th this year. Okay? Yeah. April 15th. Is that right? Yeah. And but our next convocation will be right here at the school. It's Purim, okay? So, but govern yourselves accordingly and get ready. You know, you got time in April for the Passover, okay? But we're going to remind Akim and Akwaf to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And we're going to give a salute to the brothers. We're going to say Majim, Amab Shabbat. You understand? Go ahead and stand. Barak, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Brakathum. We're going to turn and face the sisters and give a courtesy salute. And we're going to, sisters will put their hands together like that. And we'll have, you can just repeat after me, sister. You don't have to do anything but just stay still. But we're going to have the sisters for the men. Amab Shabbat, Amajim. You're going to say, Yahweh Shamar, Alatha, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. That's all you have to do. And then when I say, for the class, Yazamatah, dismiss.